How's it? Today's Friday, February 9th. Another small Friday in the books. Today was just like most of what I did this past week was increasing from what I did last week. So last week was very easy. Last week was intended to be easy. It was like 3 to 5 singles for snatch, 3 to 5 1+1s, clean and jerk at like 75 to 80 and 95 to 100 respectively. So from a standpoint of where I am in training and how strong I am and everything else, I can power snatch more than 80, more than 85 probably right now. And I can power clean definitely more than 105 right now. But it's one of those opportunities to practice both of the full lifts today and just get a little bit more confident with what I'm doing. Make sure that my shoulder feels okay when I'm doing it. And so, as far as that goes, today was a great success. I lifted pretty well. I feel like I wanted to correct some things that I did last week, and I did correct them on Monday for the snatch specifically. Like I'm alluding to the idea that my extension last week for a lot of my snatches was very long and not as quick as I could have been. And I think that is partially due to the weight that I was using last week, but it's also due to me not being intentional with the speed that I'm attacking the lifts with. So that's what I tried to work on Monday, and I think I did better today on that facet than I did last week. So that's a big positive. My snatches were, I guess, pretty good. Like I don't know what else to say about them. I don't think a lot about how they went beyond the quality of the lift, especially like looking at it now, you know. But I'm super happy with how they went. I was more concerned about how my shoulder would behave on the cleans and the jerks, because sometimes if I clean and the bar doesn't go in the correct spot on my shoulder hurts. Like not like a negligible amount of pain. Like it hurts. And I think today was good. I feel like I did very well today. So I'm happy with that. The jerks themselves were also pretty good. I feel like when it gets to the part of that video, oh, this is my first set at 80. You see how easy that is. I'm much quicker much quicker to receive the bar, and that's what I was aiming to do today. So I'm super happy with how that looks and feels. But yeah, when you get back to the cleans, right? So when you get to watch the videos for the cleans, there is a sense of like bounciness. That's not the right word. That's not a good word. That could be the right word. There's a sense of um, elasticity. I don't know. But when I catch the bar, it feels like there's a spring in my step. Spring. That's probably the word. Spring in my squat, not in my step. I don't step. And I think that is, I haven't felt like that in a very, very long time. So that's a very big positive that I am taking from today. I feel like that went away whenever my upper back was starting to hurt. So like I've had a lot of stretches of training where my upper back wasn't painful and like my cleans felt very solid as far as the catch itself. And then there are lots of long stretches, probably longer stretches, where my upper back does not feel good. And those are honestly like miserable, miserable times in lifting. Here's my first set at 100. But today it felt like once I get it on my shoulders, it's like I feel very quick under, and I feel like I'm in a position to push immediately. Um, it is super light, so that is something to think about. But it is where I'm at, and I'm trying to build from here, right? I'm trying to. What did they say? I'm trying to um, get all the hay in the barn. I'm trying to rake it all up, straw by straw, and be prepared for when I need to lift heavy. So it's my second rep there. I feel like I should be a little bit more critical about my jerks, but today was a little bit strange because like my shoes felt like they were slipping. So that second rep there on that jerk felt like my shoes were slipping, and so I tried my best to clean it all up, and it feels like I didn't do a good job because I feel like I'm slipping. See, still slipping a little bit. I don't know how true that is. Maybe I put my foot in the wrong spot, and maybe like the pressure at which I pushed down on the ground was not sufficient. But I don't know. This is my first set at 105, which is 5 kilos up. It's that range where Steve said basically you want to make sure that I am feeling good before I push up the weight at all. And I was feeling pretty good. So that is a positive thing to be looking at. After that, I moved into my pause front squats. Went up to 130 for a single, and then 117 as my down sets for 3 threes, which is like 10% down. I was having a lot of issues actually with my left kneecap, patella. It felt really like painful. It didn't really feel pain on this set, this 100 warm up, or the 130 here, which is my top set, which thank God it didn't feel like that. It didn't feel like there was pain in my left knee. But after that, all of my down sets, I felt like I wasn't able to get into a position where my knee didn't hurt. Like you'll see, I think, in some positions, probably later sets, where I basically just drop into the bottom of the hole from trying my best to lower very intentionally, and then that's essentially where my knee doesn't, like I've given up on pushing through my leg because my knee is hurting. Yeah, right there, you see that? It's a lot harder to come back from that that position, but I don't know a way to not let it hurt, I was trying my best to sit further back on the squat, but I don't think I was able to execute that properly today. One thing that I didn't do today that I have been doing, I think that does help a little bit, is giving my hamstrings a little bit more of a direct warm-up. That I feel like helps on the Tuesday squats. So, I mean, I've experienced those problems on Tuesday as well, but it's better than nothing. So I will think about doing that for the next time I front squat. Anytime I squat, actually. After that, did some pull-ups here, 6 sets of 5, which is 2 sets less than I did on Monday. But I do like that lower rep scheme. I think it feels really nice. It feels like I'm actually like feeling my lats and being able to squeeze a little bit more. Finished off with some GHD sit-ups. I think one thing that I didn't even mention was my lower back today was okay. Like on Wednesday when I woke up, it was kind of painful, but today it was not as bad as it was on Wednesday. It's definitely manageable, but it's still definitely there. So, plus or minus, today was a good day. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.